Hi, this is Tanya with Bankston Motorhomes, and I'm here today with Janine Pettit of the Girl Camper Podcast. Welcome.
Welcome, Tanya. Thanks for having me.
We are so glad that you're here, and I have to say, I'm a little nervous about today's topic, but I know lots of people have questions about how to manage the restroom area. So
Okay,
I know
it's potty talk.
it is potty talk, and I'm wondering.
That's why we have our coffee cups. It's vodka. No.
I can't believe you did that. It's not vodka, for those of you that are wondering.
It's water. No, I'm perfectly comfortable talking potty talk. Yeah. I've got kids. I do potty talk.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. What is the most frequent question you get asked by your girl campers?
Well, they want to know how often to put one of these drop-ins in the toilet. So I really am glad for the opportunity to clear that up. So you should only be adding a drop-in, dissolvent, and deodorizer every time you dump the tank. So let's just say you're at a campground and you're hooked up to full hookups. You don't want to leave those valves open. You want both tanks to get like 2/3 full, and then you can go and dump them. And dump the black tank first, and then you dump your gray tank, and then you close those valves, and then you're going to come back in, fill that toilet bowl up 2 or 3 times with water and flush it, and then put your new drop-in in.
Okay, so this was something that we were talking about with Mike the Parts Guy, because he helps us when we're trying to figure out product stuff. And he was talking about the difference between using the liquid and the drop-in and how much you get for the little tiny amount of liquid. So can you explain how that works?
Yes, and so Mike, I'm glad we had that check because I'm going to change. Now, I always use the drop-ins, but these are actually designed for like a big fifth wheel, a 40-gallon black water tank.
Wow.
Okay, so I only have a little 9-gallon, so this is 4 times more than what I need. So if I buy these small bottles, which are 4 ounces each, technically I only need a ½ ounce, but knowing me, I would put in an ounce. So every one of these bottles is going to be 4 tank changes for me. So instead of carrying this, I can carry 2 of these bottles, and I can be gone 2 or 3 weeks with just 2 little bottles. So it's more valuable economically, but it's a big space saver. So I'm going to go over to the little bottles.
Okay, so we've got the tank thing worked out. So then I'm guessing the next question is maybe like, how do I make sure it's really clean, or how can I do it as efficiently as possible? So do you have tips for that?
Well, I can tell you this. At home, I'm big Mrs. Clean with the bleach when I'm doing the bathroom. You don't want to use bleach in your RV. So bleach water, I know mentally we think it's cleaner, but with bleach water, it can damage the seal, the rubber ring seal, and you don't want to do that. So I would use a light cleaner. You could do a homemade product, which is vinegar and water, and then you just wipe your trailer walls down just like I have a squeegee in mine.
Okay.
Wipe it all clean dry with just a light, mild cleaner, but don't use bleach in it.
Okay. All right.
And the other thing, Tanya, is when you leave the campground, when you're done, make sure when you bring it home and park it in your driveway, you have an inch or so of water in the bottom of that toilet. You don't want that rubber seal to become dry. And when I park mine for the season and my trailer has been winterized, I get a jar of Vaseline and I put a little Vaseline around the inside of that seal. You want to keep that rubber seal moist.
So y'all heard a really good tip from Janine there, too, on how to make sure that the rubber in your unit lasts as long as possible and the seals last as long as possible. And, of course, you do that after you've cleaned everything, so you feel good about that. I think that's enough potty talk for today.
That's enough potty talk. Let's talk about something more fun.
Okay, so next video, I guess, since this is not a podcast, right?
Yeah.
It'll be something more fun.
Yeah, let's talk about water hoses.
Ooh.
Because I want to straighten out a few things about water hoses. So we'll come back with the water hose talk.
Okay.
Cheers.